And you remember a few weeks ago when I was out? Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's locked and sometimes it's open. It's an abandoned church.
You know, it makes sense.
Now, what's this about this pretty little lass at the Carver's fish shop? She got a lovely sniffy snatch. Oh, it's a good job you didn't invite me because I would have been chucked out and battered. That's for sausage. Oh,
I'll tell her the fish and chip shop. Oh man.
I am going to get some more Carlsberg. Going to watch that shipping container one, which is just after the one I'm watching now, so it saves me a job. And I found out the juicy details because one of the managers called her, Rihanna, customers waiting. So, ooh.
Yeah, a good one, that shipping container one. I'm just watching now, last, before I call it quits, where he's revisiting the haunted church again. So, hopefully a couple with a little mix. I like one with a little mix. A couple for Sunday night. I'm awesome. Live at the Gents Shitters at Tesco's in Goole. As soon as you walk in, you just smell piss. It's overwhelming stench of piss. On a lighter note, I managed to track down 2 tins of 19 Crimes. One just says red wine, the other one Chardonnay. Shit. When I got up, I didn't feel that. I felt there was something like something in chamber. Once again, batter and bean. Hopefully, this is I finished it off. Shitters at Tesco. Cool. And to think I used to trough Dynamite Hot Stag Chili like it was a daily ritual. Like 1 tin every now and again is enough. Well, I think I've identified which can of 19 Crimes Blot gets, because there's only like 2 that I've seen at Tesco's. It's the end aisle. I think that's where they'll be at Asda. They won't be on the main wine aisle. And I think it's this one, which is just red wine, because the other one, it has a picture of a woman on it, and that's the
And you can make this downstairs really work for you. 2 reception rooms. You've got to...
Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with the 19 Crimes. The Chardonnay, both of them are not dense. They're quite, for red, as cheap red wine goes, they are quite, I'll say agreeable. Although the Chard, or Chardonnay, to its full title, but obviously it's abbreviated, it's shortened for the tin, as more like raspberry jelly. Remember you used to get those kits, as in the video, and they'd be like a cube imprint, so you could like separate 1 line of cubes or 2 lines of cubes, and then so it becomes more like jelly rather than this floppy template. But it's like that. It's not bad. But like I say, if we ever do a block type extravaganza, which is probably way off at the moment, they're not bad. But obviously you've got to be careful. We having too many of them, you end up being clattered. But we might be lucky as there may have a deal on 4 for 3 or something. I know there were something off if you use a Tesco club card. But even if as don't have min, we can always call in at the Tesco Extra at the Gallagher Retail Park for the January flesh. So I'm kind of bringing back the flesh every 4 weeks. The only exception will be February, unless you want to alter it. But the thing is, if I do that, there'll be like 2 flashes in January, 4 weeks apart, January 3rd and January 31st. So if we just do that one where there's that 6-week gap, but the majority of them now will be 4 weeks, unless you can't make one, and then we can titivate. Move that 4-week one to a 6-week one, and the rest will be 4 weeks. So I've kind of abandoned as a whole the 6-to-4 ratio, because as we're doing our shopping anyway, the only difference is that Sunday is just a little bit different to a normal Sunday. Still do badger and bean, but a lot of like toing and throwing. That's the only difference, really. But obviously, I'm very, very bit and ahhing about if we try to recreate what block drinks, with the whisky and all that. Too much mixy sometimes can have terrible results in the old headache and vom department. Depends how much you mixy. So that's something you've got to be careful of. And also, obviously, we just like your bog standard Carlin and Carlsberg, you can't really go wrong, because we don't really take it to excess. We have tea and coffee breaks to make sure we don't become even remotely clattered. So when you get back from Matty's birthday grub, I'm guessing it's that pub near Morrison's. Depending on MOTD till if it's worth watching, I suggest we'll probably go straight to a couple of blots. Amazing.